What's up guys, Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com, back with another SketchUp extension tutorial for you. So in this video I wanted to talk about using the extension Clothworks to create rope and cable in SketchUp. And before I get started, today's video is brought to you by my new channel, The Rendering Essentials. The Rendering Essentials is a channel that I created to walk through more of the basics of creating 3D renderings or photorealistic 3D renderings. And over there I'm really trying to help make that a little bit less confusing, a little bit more accessible to everybody. So if you're interested in photorealistic rendering, make sure you check that out at youtube.com/therenderinessentials or check out the link in the notes down below. Now let's go ahead and just jump into it. So this isn't the first video I've done about Clothworks. I'll link to a couple other videos that I've done about Clothworks in the notes down below. But in this video, I wanted to talk specifically about its capability to create ropes and wires and cables. At the moment, I don't think a lot of people know that it can do that. I think they think that it just simulates cloth. But basically, the way that this works is it works in a very similar way to the cloth simulation within Clothworks. So to start off, you're just going to draw a line. So in this case, I'm going to draw a line hanging down from this edge. And if you remember, one of the things that Clothworks needs in order for you to be able to apply properties to it is you need to be able to create a group. And you also have to have, with the faces when you're doing cloth, you have to have a subdivided face. Well, in this case, you have to have a subdivided line, meaning a line that's broken up into segments. And so what I'm going to do with my line is I'm just going to right click on it and I'm going to click divide. And in this case, I'm going to move my mouse down here, and it looks like probably about 30 segments is about right. So I'm going to go ahead and type in 30 and hit the enter key. And what this does is this divided this line up into 30 segments. And then I'm just going to select it, right click on it, and I'm going to click make group. And so if you remember right now, if we were to run the Clothworks simulation by clicking play, nothing's going to happen because we haven't actually applied any properties to this group that we created. And so once we create this group, what we need to do is we need to right click on it. We need to go down to the option under Clothworks for make cloth. And so when you make this a cloth, then now Clothworks is going to simulate this line and all the subdivisions. And the other thing we need to do, if we were to run this right now, it would just fall into nothingness. So we're going to go ahead and reset this, and we need to add a pin at the top of the line. So I'm just going to click on add pin, and then I'm going to go to the top, and I'm just going to click once. Then it doesn't really matter what direction you move this in. In this case, I'm going to move it straight up and down. But now what we have, if I hit play, and it's not moving very much right now, but this is basically in here as a cloth object, or in this case it's a line object. And you can see how I can move that around right now using just by clicking and dragging on it. So this simulation is live, and you can see this is getting simulated as if it was a piece of wire. And I'm going to go ahead and reset this simulation. We're going to go in and change a couple of our settings just to the recommended settings from the Clothworks manual. So the Clothworks manual recommends that you go into your object settings and you set your bend or your rope bending stiffness at 0.1. So we're going to set that to 0.1. And then it also recommends that you go in your advanced settings and you uncheck the box for pick and drag linked. That's just going to help you with your rope simulation. And so the other thing we can do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to rotate this line. So I'm not going to move it off of the pin, but I am going to kind of rotate it this way so that when we run our simulation, our rope is going to swing. And so you can see how if I click play, this rope is going to swing across because we're simulating gravity. And so not only can you use this to do ropes that hang, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go back and tell it to ignore this, and we're just going so that it won't be simulating this when we simulate some of our other stuff over here. But what I'm going to do now is not only can you use this to simulate cloth hanging, you can also use it to simulate collisions with cloth. So in this case, I'm just going to use the extension helix along curve to create a simple helix around the center of this object. And so then I'm going to delete out my line, and I'm just going to right click on this and I'm going to make this a cloth. And so the other thing we need to do is I've put a face below this for this to fall on. Well, we need to make sure that we make that a collider. Otherwise, when we run this, when we click play, it's just going to fall straight through the face because we haven't told Clothworks what this face is. So in order to do that, you can just right click on this face, you can go to Clothworks, and you can click Make Collider. And now, if we hit play, what this rope is going to do is it's just going to kind of coil up on this face. So, and the one thing about this is kind of odd, is this kind of hangs down through this face a little bit. I'm not really 100% sure what to do about that, but you can see how you're getting this cloth simulation in here. So if I move this over, and let's say that I rotate it a little bit, and then hit play, this will still fall on this face, and you can see how, at least initially, it simulates about the way this would fall if you were to drop a rope straight down on a face like this. And you can see how the further we get in this, this gets a little bit weirder, but you can definitely use that to simulate something like that. And then kind of a real world application for this is if you were to come in and you were to add a rope between these power poles, what you would do is you would draw a line from this point to this point. And by the way, the model credit for that, that's the Transmission Power Pole 3 by Marlowe D. I'll link to this model in the notes down below. You can download this from the 3D warehouse. But we're going to do the same thing where we've got our line over here, and we're just going to divide it. And in this case, we'll divide this one into probably 50 segments. And then we'll add a pin on both sides. So you just click on Add Pin, and then you click on this point. And now if you come in here and you simulate this and you hit play, I need to make sure to remember to actually group this, and then right click on it and click Make Cloth. And now you can simulate this line hanging. And so in this case, if you adjust the shear down, then your rope is going to fall further. So if I set this to 0.1 and hit play, this rope is going to fall way down. But if I come in here and I set it to something like 0.7, it's not going to fall nearly as far. So you can adjust some of these settings in order to really adjust what these do within your model. And the nice thing about this is if I was to take this and let's say I took this line and I selected the pins, I could use the Move tool in copy mode, so I could tap the M key and then click in order to move this, and then I could tap the Control key to activate copy mode. So I could create a copy of this right here. And then I could select both of these and make another copy down here, and so I could actually simulate all of those at once. And so one thing you may remember is Clothworks also simulates collisions. And so what that means is if I was to come in here and I was to draw a line, we'll just draw it along the ground for right now, and then we'll move it up so that it's up above your power lines. And then you were to make that a cloth or a rope object. So if I was to divide this by 50, I was to group it, then I was to right click, go to Clothworks and make it a cloth, it's actually going to drape over those power lines. So you can see how it actually hangs down over these lines. So you can actually simulate collisions between lines and other things. You'll notice it kind of fell through my top two lines. I'm not sure if that's because I had it fall too far or what caused that, but you can kind of play around with this. Yeah, I think it was how far it fell, but you can see how this actually kind of simulates what this would look like if something was hanging off of these lines. And you might need to make these lines a little bit thicker or something like that in order to kind of adjust the result that you get, but you can see how you can definitely simulate those collisions in here with this extension. And so once you've kind of got this the way that you want it and you click stop, what we're going to do is we're going to give this a little bit of thickness with an extension. And so there's two extensions we could use for this. There's either pipe along path or there's lines to tubes. And I've talked about both of those in the past. In this case, I'm going to use pipe along path. But I'm just going to go in and I'm going to select this whole line by tapping Control A. And then remember, this is a third-party extension that you're going to have to install. And so before you do this, you should save a copy. And so you can see what this does. This creates a pipe along the path created by this line. And then one last trick about adding your pipe along this path is you may notice if you were to come in and do this with pipe along path right now, you may notice if I zoom out, you're seeing a little bit of stuff kind of through my pipe, and that's actually not because of the segments that are in here. That's actually because one of the settings in here for C points at nodes was created, and so if you use this option for C points at nodes, it puts a control point at every one of those. What you're seeing is when you kind of zoom out a little bit, you're seeing through this pipe and you're seeing those points. So set your C points at no and then click OK. And then now you can see you've got a much smoother pipe. And then the other thing that may help, depending on what your results that you're getting are, is sometimes when this comes in here and this adds your line, you'll get little lines at each one of the segment pieces. And so what may help with that is if you use the extension Weld in order to weld this into a single continuous line, then you may not get that result. So you'll probably have to play around with this a little bit. You may need to use the soften edges and just kind of mess with things in order to get the result that you want. In addition, depending on how many segments you have in this line, there's also a function built in. If you right click on this and go down to Clothworks and you go into your cloth options, you can click on apply loop or apply Laplacian or apply loop subdivision and apply Laplacian smoothing, and what those will do is that'll actually come in here and that'll smooth this line out even more for you. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Is this something you could see yourself using? I just love having that SketchUp conversation with you guys. If you like this video, please remember to click that like button down below. If you're new around here, remember to click that subscribe button for new SketchUp content every week. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Every little bit helps, even if it's only $1 a month. So make sure you check out that link in the notes down below. But in any case, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.